yourself. Now, this is a really tough one. This is a really tough one. Being nice to yourself is tough. It's really hard, but it goes hand in hand with forgiving yourself. Because we were there for every single thing that we did wrong. You were there every time you messed up. You were there every time you hurt someone, every time you made a bad choice, every time you cheated or lied or stole something, every time you messed up, you were there for it. And we are trained from childhood to be punished for our bad deeds, So when we are a child, we get taught right from wrong. We get judged on our actions. Good boy, bad boy. You're a bad kid, you're a kid, good girl, bad girl. And when we grow up, there's no more parents there to declare us good or to declare us bad. And yet, we will often continue that same narrative in our minds of this was a good thing and this was a bad thing. Now, if there's no one to hold you accountable for the things you do that you think are so bad, you will sabotage yourself. You will be the one who punishes you. You will be the one to act out that dynamic of parent, judge, and child, perpetrator. You will be the one passing judgment for what happened in the past. Now, this also affects our relationships because we will punish ourselves for things we did in the past and then sabotage the relationships that we're in because we don't think we're worthy of them based on our past actions, based on our past sins. And we may not even realize that we're doing this. We will hold on to the things that happened in the past and we will use them in the present to hurt ourselves, to sabotage what's going on. So let's have a little example of this. 10 years ago, you were in a relationship. You went to work. You came home. There were no sheets on the bed. Your partner had all the sheets in the washing machine. And come to find out, they cheated on you while you were at work. And you just happened to come home early enough to catch them in the act of cleaning up after themselves. You left the relationship, you were devastated, you had years of sadness and trying to get over it. You get into a new relationship. Years later, and it's wonderful, and this person is amazing, and they treat you well, and you just are so happy. You come home from work, and there's no sheets on the bed. And you lose your ever-loving mind. And you scream and yell at your partner, you hit the roof and cause a huge fight and start accusing your partner of everything under the sun. And in your mind, you're thinking, you see, I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You see, this is exactly what happened to me before. Why does this keep happening to me? And your partner is completely confused because they thought they were doing something nice. Look, I'm cleaning the sheets for you. Look, I bought us a new sheet set and I took the old ones off the bed. I'm just getting ready to put it on. They didn't cheat. They didn't lie. But because you looked at them that way, because you argued with them about it, because it was a huge fight, you've now planted that seed of suspicion between you. And you've planted the seed in their mind that you don't trust them. And this starts to lead to the downfall of your relationship because you are constantly looking for clues that will confirm what you already think, that there is something wrong with you and that you don't deserve love, and that every person that you're with sees it and will hurt you, and you deserve it. This is why releasing your past is so important. This is why releasing your past is intertwined with the forgiveness that you have for yourself and the forgiveness that you have for others, because you never fully forgave and healed what happened in the past. it has now affected your present. It has now affected where you are right now. And even though you chose someone that was outside of your self-destructive pattern, you still self-destructed. You still destroyed the relationship. All because they took the sheets off the bed. When we learn to forgive ourselves, when we learn to forgive others, we start to change our future because we break the patterns, we break the cycles. When you can forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made, you can start to step forward without the fear of failure, without the fear of what happened then happening now. You can break the patterns of self-sabotage just by believing that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of forgiveness. You are worthy of forgiveness. You are already forgiven because you exist. You are already forgiven by the unconditional love of God. No matter what your crime, no matter what you have done, you are already forgiven. If we put it in a context of religion, every religion has a mechanism to repent, to say sorry, to ask for forgiveness. Whether it's Jesus on the cross or Ramadan or Lent, you are asking for forgiveness from God. And we believe that by doing these things, by praying in the right way, by going to confession and then doing a bunch of Hail Marys, we believe that we are receiving forgiveness from the universe, and so we forgive ourselves. But we can accomplish that without the organized religion. We can do that literally just by loving ourselves, by embracing ourselves, by having empathy for ourselves. Like I spoke about in Be Nice to Yourself, by being your own best friend, you are able to help yourself heal, to help yourself grow. When you are your own best friend, you can look at your own actions with empathy, with kindness, with forgiveness, with understanding. Forgiving yourself is difficult, but it is so transformative to let go of the past and to let go of things that were not your fault. Because those things that we punish ourselves for will affect us for the rest of our lives. Many times we blame ourselves for things that are so far outside of the realm of understanding. So if you're a little kid, you're 5, and mom says clean your room, and you go upstairs and you're in your room and you just start playing. And you hear a bunch of yelling downstairs, you hear the front door slam. You come downstairs and turns out that your daddy left. Daddy left. And your mother says, go back up to your room. And you run it back up to your room, and she follows you up there, and she sees that the room is messy. And she starts screaming about how you didn't clean your room and how you don't do anything right and how you're a bad kid. Now, obviously, as a grown-up, we can look back and see that mom is upset. Mom is sad. Mom is hurt. Mom is still mad about what daddy did, whatever it was, about the argument. But you, as a 5-year-old, believe that the reason that daddy left was because you didn't clean your room. Daddy left because I didn't clean my room. And that starts to morph and starts to change. And it starts to change you. And oftentimes it changes into everybody leaves. Or if I'm not perfect, everybody leaves. Or everybody leaves, so I might as well mess everything up. Why bother having any ambitions at all? These things affect us in ways that we do not even recognize, that we won't even understand. Forgiveness is a way bigger piece of this healing and this evolution that is happening to us, this awakening, than what we have ever understood. It is through forgiveness of self and of others that we release the chains and the shackles of our past.